I saw him on one of my usual walks along the bridge. It was a tall, middle-aged man in a cheap-looking suit. If anyone had asked me how I knew, I wouldn't have been able to answer them. You just look at his face, and you know. I approached him carefully, not wanting to spook him. "Sir?" He turned around quickly, his face drenched in sweat.
"Who are you?"
He replied nervously. "I'm Mandy," I answered with a smile. "You should move away from there," I said, pointing to the edge of the bridge where he was standing. "It's pretty dangerous." He looked at me for a few seconds before speaking again.
"What are you doing here?"
He sounded out of breath. "Oh, I come here often. I wouldn't say it's my favorite place in the world, but it's quiet, and I like that." I smiled at him again. He shuffled his feet and looked down at the water below.
"You really shouldn't be hanging out in a place like this. Your parents must be worried sick."
He sounded calmer, but wouldn't meet my eyes. "My parents know I'm here," I spoke softly. "They know I like to help people like you." He turned to me as a look of honest surprise washed over his face.
"What?"
I looked at him unblinkingly. "I know you want to jump, but you're scared, and you should be." The look on his face changed to one of uneasiness. He tried to say something, but nothing came out. "It will hurt like nothing's hurt before, and that's just the fall. The aftermath is even worse." His eyes widened, and he shouted,
"Get out of here! You don't know what you're talking about."
He sounded more alarmed than angered. I continued to look at him as he breathed heavily and pointed to the pictures and flowers attached to the railings just behind him. "Actually, I do." He looked in the direction I was pointing, taking a few seconds to process what he was seeing. He then turned around slowly to look at me, pure horror on his face.
"How are you?"
At that moment, I knew I had saved him. At least for now. He stood there for a moment longer, frozen, unsure of what to do. Then he did the best thing he could, simply turned around and ran. Fast. I dropped my shoulders and breathed a sigh of relief. I walked over to the railings and just sat there, looking at the pictures. "We miss you, Mandy," was written on a big card, decorated with hearts and flowers, right next to my yearbook photo. "Gone too soon," said another, surrounded by teddy bears, clothes, and lots of flowers. It all looked so pretty. "My name is Mandy. I was 19 when I died, and now I try to help people live."